These guys say they want to cut government waste. They proposed deleting the Department of Education and deleting the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. They want to lay off 1 million federal workers. But let me tell you about a real source of wasteful spending they haven't mentioned once, and that's the interest we pay on the national debt. The federal government spends a lot more than it collects. In 2024, according to the Congressional Budget Office, federal spending will total about $6.7 trillion, but it will only collect about 4.9 trillion in revenues, like from taxes, which means a deficit of $1.8 trillion. The government covers that deficit by borrowing money from the rest of the world. In fact, Japan, China, and the United Kingdom are America's biggest foreign creditors. The federal government pays interest on this debt the same way you and I pay interest on our credit cards. But here's the thing. The public debt is so huge that the interest owed each year is astronomical. In 2024 alone, for example, the interest on the public debt will be $950 billion. That's more than what we spend on the military, more than what we spend on Medicaid. In fact, the entire budget for the Department of Education is only $79 billion. The CFPB costs less than $1 billion. So just to make that clear, what we spend on the Department of Education is less than 1/10 of what the government spends on interest for the money it borrows from creditors like China. And just like how paying interest on your credit cards means less money to buy the things you really want, interest on the national debt means less money for priorities like roads, bridges, schools, investing in small businesses, etc. Now, there are a lot of reasons why the deficit and the national debt are so high, but here's one in particular you should know about: tax cuts. Trump's tax cuts in 2017 cost $1.9 trillion over 10 years. And if they're extended, they'll add $4 trillion to the deficit over the next 10 years. That's according to the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School. And guess who will benefit the most? Right, these guys. In fact, the Wharton School estimates that someone in the top 0.1% will get an average tax break of $330,475 in 2026, compared to just $265 for someone in the bottom quarter of households. So if we're serious about cutting wasteful spending, think about this. Does the federal government really need to borrow trillions to finance tax cuts for these guys? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.